Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. So today we are asking for messages from your highest and best spirit guides. Now this is one of those impromptu readings where my guides just tapped on my shoulder and said, Merkaba, go to your desk and do a reading now. So there's a whole backstory with that, but I won't bore you with those details. Now, they asked me to not pull the cards before I start the reading. They asked me to ask you guys to just close your eyes and connect in with your highest and best spirit guides now. Just take a deep breath and do that. Please, if you feel cold, you can just wait. And to guide me in providing the highest and best messages for you today. And to help me draw cards. So they wanted your energy to be present while I pull the cards. I don't know exactly why. I think it makes sense that our energies connect in this more prominent way. So we're going to do it together, okay? Okay, so on behalf of the collective here today, this wonderful community, I ask the highest and best spirit guides of all involved to please help us pull cards for this lovely orange aragonite. And I'll show you the crystals at the end, okay? What is the most prominent message that you have for group number 1? Show me clearly, please, without flipping the card. Okay. Group number 2, we have the grape agate. What does group number 2 need to know from their highest and best spirit guides? Show me the card without flipping it over. Okay. And for group number 3, the pyrite. What does group number 3 need to know from their highest and best spirit guides today? Okay, beautiful. So we have 3 piles with 3 crystals today. Pile 1 with message 1, we have this beautiful orange aragonite. And I just want to welcome these beautiful stones. They're new to my crystal family. So happy to have them. Very powerful. They feel very powerful to me. She told me to turn that one. And we have this lovely grape agate. I love this stone. It's so cute with all of these little, what are they called? Boitroidals or something like that, little quartz bowls. And then we have the lovely pyrites for group number 3 and message 3. So as always, the timestamps will be in the description box below. When you are ready, please go there and tap the timestamp and I will see you at your reading. Welcome, group number 1. Today we are asking for messages from your highest and best spirit guides. Asking my spirit guides and your highest and best spirit guides to tap me into your energy now. Something feels a little bit off. I have a lot of clearing of the throat chakra. And I feel a little anxious, maybe verging on panicky. My heart feels uncomfortable. Ooh, just, I don't know if you guys have been going through it recently. They're showing me the, what is that? My God, I can't even name the card. The 7 of Wands. Just this feeling of, I'm hearing going through the fire. Feeling like you need to do some diaphragmatic breathing. That's how it feels. Oh, like you can't catch your breath. Now, aragonite. actually is a very powerful stone that helps with aligning the entire chakra system. And in so doing, it can actually push or propel healing forward, especially if there's any blocked chakras, which most of us have. It can push for change. I don't know why I can't think of the name of this raw green stone that is known to create massive change. Oh, moldavite. I don't know if any of you guys are wearing moldavite, but it feels like something is pushing for immense change in your life right now, and it's feeling quite uncomfortable. Yeah, they're showing me the Tower card now. And I'm getting a toothache. I don't know if any of you guys have had any dentistry recently. Like a molar, like a cavity filled, or a root canal. It feels like all the way deep in my gums. That they're telling me that that also has to do with the throat chakra. So any of you guys having dental problems, that can be related to authentic expression or lack thereof, or I'm hearing a deficiency, like a vitamin deficiency, vitamin T deficiency they're giving me, as in the throat chakra. Okay. But I'm hearing it's for your betterment. Okay. So this purging, this clearing, this pushing to your limit, it's for your betterment. And so they're showing me the aragonite as a milder version of what the crystal moldavite would do. And I must be honest, I've always been a bit scared to take on moldavite, because I have a lot always sort of bubbling at the surface and needing to be purged. And I feel moldavite might just take me under, but my guides are telling me I'm underestimating myself. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below if any of you have had any experiences with moldavite or even aragonite in this way. I feel like the aragonite has more to say. They're showing me that there are they're actually showing me two different things here. First, they're showing this to me as two logs. Can you see that? And a fire. There's some kind of fire under you right now, trying to gear you up to get you going, okay? And we're in Aries season, fire, okay? This is my birthday month. Happy birthday to all of you fellow Aries out there. This fire energy is going to help sort of propel you forward. I'm hearing get you going. But it feels a little shocking, a little bit, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Wind on your back energy, feeling almost as though you can't stop but move forward, okay? I just heard that Michael Jackson song, Can't Stop Till You Get Enough. I can't think of it. I can't think of the name of the song. One of you music people, let me know down below. I'm a music person. I can't locate that information when I'm channeling. So you guys are really going to keep going until you get after that which you want. Okay. And for some of you, it's love, because there are two logs or two stones here that they're showing me as two people who are very close right now, that I'm hearing somebody is orbiting your field. For those of you who are looking for love, they're telling me that you'll feel that in your body. You'll feel your body light up, or, excuse me, I'm getting a little clearing right now. A little clearing. Those of you who don't know, I clear through my body as a healer. Okay, I'm a healer first before a reader, a physical healer. So somebody has a soulmate energy, a love orbiting you right now that's about to come in. They're showing me the word spring. So for the northern hemisphere, they're showing me spring, but for the southern, it's over the next couple of months. You'll feel that yes in your body. Okay. So there's going to be movement for you guys in the very near future. And it's almost as if the guides are saying, hold on tight, get ready. This is what you've wanted. So there might have been a bit of a lull, because they're showing me the Hermit card and the Four of Swords, which are about going inward, taking a break, taking some time to the self. They're showing me glass cracking, as though something is cracking open to let in this energy. So whatever veneer you had around yourself, around that hermiting energy, is now being broken in a positive way. And now this new fiery energy is going to sort of help propel you forward. And they're showing me now the Eight of Wands. So there's a lot of energy moving forward very quickly. And my guides are laughing right now because I've wanted to do straight readings without cards, because for me, I channel more clearly without cards. And they're telling me that for someone here, that's actually a message to you to trust your intuition. That if you've been asking a lot of people for opinions or advice, or you've been consulting divination tools and getting confusing messages, they're showing me a pendulum that's not quite swinging yes or no. They're saying, put down the tools, put down the telephone, stop consulting with people all the time. Just be quiet for a moment and maybe use, a scrying ball or fire, anything, which I know is a divination tool, but that doesn't have any messages, just allows you to focus. I don't literally see things in the crystal ball. I just blur my vision and then I see clairvoyantly. I see it in my third eye. Okay. So there's something about just allowing your highest level of intuition to come online. Yeah, because they're showing me codes dropping in. Okay. This feels, the throat chakra is very relevant for this group through expression, song, toning, light language, channeling, through the voice for this group. Yeah. And then they're also showing me secondarily clairsentience. So feeling things through the body and moving energy through the body. Okay. So let's see what your significator card is. So you receive deep connection, I've never seen this card before. And look at all the orange. And you guys know I did not choose these cards. You saw me pull them on camera. Okay. Deep connection, find bonds of support and love in intimate relationships and family. What did I say, you guys? There's definitely a love orbiting you guys right now. Maybe loves, as in friends, lovers, family. Look at all of these hands hugging you. Maybe the fire I was also tapping into is about physical warmth, needing a hug. When I don't have a human nearby to give me a hug, I go into my cats, my little snuggly Simba, I call her, sitting on the window seat right beside me. I mean, she just, gives me all of that love when my humans are not nearby. I feel as though you guys are really needing that right now. Deep connections with people. And not just anyone. Highly selected. Okay. And my guides are, and your highest and best spirit guides are saying you may be selective now. And the highly selected people are coming in, are starting to orbit you. Find bonds of support and love in intimate relationships and family. They're saying you're actually not going to have to find them. They're kind of just going to find you. Now, interestingly, I'm filming this around the full moon in Libra. Yes, I believe that's what it is. And Libra is all about connection. It's all about community, right? Interesting, Libra is the opposite sign of Aries. So I feel as though there's a message to you guys to balance that energy of being alone or independent. I should say alone is not the right word. Thank you, my guides. To balance that independent Aries energy, fiery energy, with the Libra energy of community and connection. So there's some kind of balance required from you guys in the months ahead to seek out time alone or on your own or independent from others, and as well as connecting with others. So it's not stop asking people for advice or stop, connecting with other people. It's just listen to your intuition first, and then secondarily ask a friend, a tarot reader, whatever it might be, whoever you go to. There's a request from your highest and best spirit guides to find balance in that. But this is a lovely significator card, truly validating the original channeled messages. So I'm just going to pull a few tarot cards to see what else we can get. The highest and best spirit guides of group number 1, please. I was called to use the dragon deck for your group. I might use different tarot decks for the other groups. But that fiery energy from the aragonite, I was feeling strongly. Okay. Everyone take a breath, please, if you feel called. They're just telling me to take a little whiff of my frankincense here. You guys can smell it too. Yeah, there's definitely intuition opening up for you guys. Okay, so the highest and best spirit guides of group number 1, what else would you like to tell them? 3 to 4 cards, please. What else would you like to tell them? What else? Please and thank you. Okay, yes. I said this one first. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have 5 of swords. Okay. In reverse. In reverse. They're telling me this is not the overall energy. This is the energy you're coming out of. So that's interesting. So I don't think I've ever set it up this way. They said this is what came first before this deep connection and this intimacy that's coming in and this fiery warmth and alignment energy. What you're coming out of is some kind of 5 of swords energy. And now I'm clearing through my body again. So you're healing and clearing from, I'm hearing expending unnecessary, sorry, I know the yawning part gets people yawning. Sorry about that, you guys. That you've been in a defensive mode with people in your life. I'm hearing nobody understands me. Nobody understands me. And maybe that's what's made you a bit gun shy with regards to connecting with other people. Highest and best spirit guides of group number 1, tell me a bit more about the 5 of swords here in the reverse position in the past. Yeah, so coming out of defensive energy, tired, weary, I'm hearing. So you might have felt very tired and weary for some time after battling, needing to defend yourself in some way. I'm hearing with the wrong people, with the wrong people. I'm hearing that some of you have really just needed someone to come to your aid, to be on your side, which is very Libra energy, right? They're always sort of standing up for the underdog. They're the kind of people that will go in a room and pick out the one who's not a part of the group and say, come on, be a part of the group. I feel like that's the energy with the deep connection card that you guys are moving into. Okay, so look forward to that. Let's see what your highest and best spirit guides are offering you today. 2 of Pentacles. So we have another 2 here, right? As they mentioned at the beginning, 2. And then we have the Hermit, like I mentioned before. And the 8 of Cups, yeah. Okay, spirit guides, please walk me through these cards. One second, guys. So with the 2 of Pentacles, very interesting. I just heard you're going to discern who is there for you and who isn't. They highlighted that one of the pentacles is larger than the other. And that there's going to be this person who comes in that's going to have this very protective energy. And this could very well be a loving person, like a lover, or it can be a mentor. It could be an actual spirit guide, they're telling me. Okay. Those of you who actually resonate with dragons, this could be a dragon guide coming in. But there's some energy that's coming in to offer you support. This is how they're showing me the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Now the Hermit card here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. They're highlighting the Hermit card as something happening in your dreams, which is likely going to come up with the Grape Agate group. So if you were called there, by all means, but I'm not big on telling people to go to other groups. They're saying that you're going to get some kind of guidance in your dreams. They're giving me a very interesting message here, you guys. So just bear with me. So in the 3D, the Two of Pentacles, there's actually a person, a literal person coming into your life shortly that's going to feel very supportive, yes? But with the Hermit and the Eight of Cups, let me just show the cards to you guys. They're actually telling me this is happening in your dream state. The Hermit representing the dream, that's how they're showing it to me, so I'm honoring it. And the Eight of Cups is leaving behind old hurt, right? And that's what they channeled at the beginning. So they're saying that in order for this new person to come in any particular way, friendship, guide, that in your dream state, you're going to be working through releasing an old lover, an old friend, an old hurt with a parent, any emotional hurt that you experienced that went unhealed. They're showing me a scab that never fully healed, a wound that never fully healed, okay? You might actually have a wound that's been taking a very long time to heal. So they're saying that because this has been long standing for this group, it might have descended onto the physical body so that it's actually showing up in the physical body. For a good deal of my life until just recently, my wounds, my physical wounds, took a very long time to heal. And that has a lot to do with lymph not clearing, toxic energy not clearing from the body. But all of that energy started with emotional trauma. And for me, it happened actually before this life, even though it was cemented in this life. So I had a lot to work through. But all that to say, a lot of the wounds, if I got a cut, it took I remember joking Thanksgiving time that I had the same wound that went unhealed that I got the Thanksgiving the year before. It's crazy. So they're showing that to me, that someone might have a wound or a cut that's taking a very long time to heal. And they're saying that that will heal faster when you tune into your dreams. So right before you go to sleep, you ask your highest and best spirit guides to protect you and guide you during your dreamscape, while you're in the astral realm, traveling, whatever it might be, to help you purge, cleanse, clear any connections to any hurts in your mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit. Okay? So you're going to be releasing a lot during your dream time. And they're also saying that you might sweat a lot during your nighttime sleep. Of course, all of you females out there, if you're having night sweats, also men, what am I saying? That could be diabetes, not just hormonal, menopausal, and so forth. It could be a lot of different things. So I'm not here to say ignore physical symptoms, but there's a possibility that nighttime sweating can also denote emotional, spiritual, energetic purging. And to allow that to occur, just remember to drink a lot of water. Okay, so that is your reading, group number 1. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. It also supports me. And please comment down below because I love communicating with you guys. It would be a pleasure. If nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I like to do these readings when my spirit guides just ask me to sit down out of nowhere. It just makes me feel really excited about what they want to tell you. So we are asking for messages from your highest and best spirit guides today. You all chose this beautiful grape agate. When I look at this and I see all of these little quartz balls all stuck together, the first thing I'm hearing is that you guys come with a team. You've got a lot of guides around you. I'm hearing also ancestors, a lot of ancestors. Why is this itching? So I got attacked by mosquitoes. Some of you know I've been feeding this outdoor cat, and, you know, no good deed goes unpunished, right? I got bitten alive by, I think I have like 25 mosquito bites on my leg, but they're tuning me into the fact that one is really itching me on my thigh. I'm hearing that some of you might be experiencing distractions, or you might be creating distractions from things that you don't want to deal with right now that feel important. Highest and best spirit guides. Some of you are concerned about money. And the highest and best spirit guides of group number 2, what do you want them to know about this? I'm hearing that there are things that you can do. I'm hearing small wins. So small things that you can do. They're showing me the words, the word eBay. And they're saying that there are some items that you can sell on that marketplace. I'm not promoting eBay. I don't have any connection to eBay, okay? But they just showed that to me to bring in some money in the short term, because they're saying money is coming for whatever it is that you're working on, I'm hearing, but they're showing me a period of 3 to 4 months before this begins to take shape. So if you need some quick cash, look through your closet, look through some stuff and see what you can, I'm hearing the word donate, which I'll explain in a second, but also to sell on eBay. They're showing me a crystal vase for some reason. I don't know if any of you guys have that. But donating is also an energetic exchange. So when you release something, you make room for something else to come in. Yeah, now they're giving me the word clutter. So clean out clutter, you guys. You might find some gems in your clutter to, oh, I see. Some gems in your clutter to sell. But also the second message is cleaning out clutter to make energetic space for other things to come in, like abundance. And people don't think about that, but when you ask money to come in, there are 2 things to consider. One, is there room for it? Have you made room for money? Have you made room for that person that you're wanting, that animal, whatever it is you wish for? Is there old energetic, basically energetic debris lying around your home or lying around your vessel, your body, right, that needs to be released? And then the second thing is, are you going to actually use that money wisely? So a lot of people accrue a lot of money, but they just leave it in their bank account. So money really doesn't like to be attracted in when it's not going to be utilized in some way. I'm not telling you to go spend your savings, but sometimes hyper frugality is not in alignment with the vibration of abundance, because energy should be exchanged. There should be that infinity sign. They're showing me that energy of in and out, okay? Now they just showed me these little great bundles, these little quartz bundles as clutter. So there's like a heap of stuff, maybe in a closet, and sort of underneath is they're showing me a pearl inside of an oyster. So you might actually find a gem in the clutter that maybe you'll just get excited to see, or will help you with something. Like they're giving me the word discover or discovery. So you might discover something like a book, or they're showing me something like a book or a notebook where you might have attended a spiritual class years ago and you've unearthed it from this rubble, and it really helps you in your energy healing or something like that. That's the example that they're giving me. Which has happened to me before. I took some beautiful classes years ago, and then I'll come upon my notes and they're just rich with information. And I've started to use them in my energy healings again. So, okay, a little bit of clearing through my body now. Okay, so definitely there will be a healing, a purge, if you do some cleaning out the closet, some clutter clearing, okay? And now the mosquito bite is not itching me anymore. So I get the sense that some of you know this already and you've been avoiding it. So now your highest and best spirit guides are basically saying, listen to your intuition there, please. Okay, now they want me to go to the next message. Grape agate is highly connected to the crown chakra. And so sometimes when your crown chakra is really open and connected to the higher realms, it can be more difficult to live down here. And so clutter can actually build up quite quickly. This has happened to me before. I've always been really top heavy, really connected up there. And I kind of don't pay as much attention to my surroundings. And while my surroundings are organized, clutter can build up because I'm not throwing things away as much as I need to. So there is something about that, about balancing your life in the 3D with your life in the 5th dimension and above, or, with your connecting with your guides and so forth. Some kind of balance there is needed. They're also saying that some of this worry that they tap me into, perhaps about money, has been keeping you up at night. So grape agate really helps with restful sleep. So you can just sort of absorb some of the energy. We're just going to ask the grape agate in your beautiful, generous state to send your vibration out to the collective for those who need help in a restful sleep. They're highlighting the full moon now, that for those of you listening at this time in, is it March or April? I think it's still March. God, it's crazy. I'm so out of tune with the calendar, but March 30th, I think it is, or April 1st. Anyway, there's the full moon in Libra. So some of you in this group are very sensitive to the moon cycles, and it could be helpful to keep some kind of moon diary. I'm seeing somebody with a moon necklace. So some of you really do resonate with the moon. Maybe some of you are Cancers. Yeah, I'm hearing moon bathing. So some of you might, or you put your crystals out in the moon, which is always a good thing to do with the full moon, and then back in the sunlight for recharging. But anyway, there's something about the moon with this group. I'm hearing moon magic. So some of you might do rituals at night or feel very connected to the cycles of the moon. So they're suggesting keeping a journal around the moon cycles, your moods, that's weird. Another different mosquito bite just started itching. So I'm getting the sense that you guys have an idea of where you want to go or what you want to do, but you've been feeling a little bit worried about your next step, or just kind of avoidant. Sometimes we don't have conscious awareness of the reasons why we avoid, but there is a little bit of avoidance in this group. It might just be just this underlying basic anxiety, which is a psychological term regarding existential sort of sense of, I don't know what to do or where to go or where the meaning is, and that sort of rattling you and keeping you up at night. So they're saying that this is a very highly evolved spiritual group, and so you're very connected to the moon cycles. It could be good to keep a journal of your moods and your sleep-wake cycle over the course of the moon cycles, because you'll get to know yourself a lot better and not feel at odds with the energetic experiences that you've been having. A lot of people go to these tarot channels looking for validation about, quote, ascension symptoms. But I am getting the sense, especially with the way our guides told me to do this reading, pulling cards with you guys and not knowing what the cards say or anything, that learning how to tune into your energy fluctuations over the course of different cycles. They're giving me the equinox, they're giving me the eclipse season, they're giving me different seasons, they're giving me different times of the day, they're showing me a clock. So it could be good to really get to know your energy better. So right now it's 7:30 where I am, and I tend to be a clearer channel and a calmer channel when I read in the evening. So I think they're guiding me to do more readings in the evening. Okay, so let's look at your card, shall we? Thank you, Grape Agate. Beautiful growth. Root yourself for personal growth and self-improvement. How crazy is that, you guys? growth, root yourself for personal growth and self-improvement. They literally just said that you guys resonate more with the crown chakra. And they had me share that story of how I didn't notice sometimes when I held on to stuff because I wasn't so rooted or so grounded. So there's beautiful messages for this group of validation from the channeling and now from this card that your three-dimensional life is shifting and you're going through a bit of a phase of growth right now. Like they said, I believe over 3 to 4 months. I quickly forget the channeling. I think that's what they said. And that prosperity is growing in your life right now. What you are doing is growing. And I think that's why they guided you guys to sell and clean the clutter. Yeah, I'm remembering everything that they just said. Because like, you see, the tree doesn't need a lot of space, right? The tree, they're saying, doesn't need a lot of space in space. But the roots need a lot of space, right? The roots branch all the way out. And so they're saying right now is the time to really spread your roots out wide, or, you know, spread the net out far with regards to whatever you're growing, and to sort of come out of the dark a little bit, to come out into the light a little bit more, show yourself, because the growth is happening exponentially now, but you may not see it on the surface. It might be kind of slow going or slow moving on the surface, but there's this mighty root system that is taking shape right under the surface. So you may not actually see the dollars and cents or the clientele or the numbers on YouTube, whatever it is that you're doing, but energies are sort of setting up underground and waiting for you to make space above ground in your home, cleaning the clutter, in your emotional field, in your body, cleaning your lymph. I'm seeing lymphatic massage could be helpful in cleaning toxins and moving toxins out of the body for this group, for this growth to occur. Okay? And, you know, very straight message here about spending time in nature. Okay? Wow. That was incredibly validating. I might do this kind of reading a little bit more, where I pull the cards on camera. Okay, so for you guys, I was told to use, not this deck. I was told to use, oh, that's funny. Nope, they want me to use the Witch's Garden. Okay, I think every group is going to have a different tarot deck. Okay, highest and best spirit guides of group number 2. What else would you like to add to this message, please? What else would you like? The World. That's right in alignment with what we've been talking about. What else, please? And they're highlighting the number 21 on the World card as important for someone here. It might be a birth date or time of birth. That specifically for you, this message is very important. What else, please? The highest and best spirit guides of my group number 2, please and thank you. Okay. We have the King of Wands. Wow. Interesting. And then we have the 7 of Cups. They're telling me to pull one more, actually. Okay. Okay. And then we have the Hermit, bottom of the deck. We have the Fool, okay? Beautiful, okay? So we have the World, which is the 21 card, and then we have the Fool, which is the 0 card. So these are in order. So some prominent cycle is ending, and some prominent new cycle is beginning. So this is what they want me to do. Very interesting. They're having me put the bottom of the deck card in the reading as opposed to it being the overarching energy. That's what they did in group number 1, too. Okay. Let me just ask them, why did you do it like that? Why didn't you just have the Fool? Okay. I asked them, why didn't you just have the Fool fall out? And they said, because they wanted this to be the most important card. Even though this is going to be the story, you guys, they wanted the Fool to stand out because they wanted this group to understand that whatever you've been working or cultivating, something prominent is coming to fruition. But this cycle needs to close out first. Cleaning the clutter, taking initiative somewhere, moving out of states of avoidance. This is what they want for the new cycle to start. For you to feel in this inspired, powerful, inspired energy of the King of Wands, everything needs to be bare, be made bare. They're even showing me that in this card, sort of the area around this king is very barren, but what is so highlighted is his red robe. And that's, again, that energy of being rooted, rooting yourself for personal growth and empowerment. In fact, these both look like sturdy beings, right? The tree and I just want to put this card on fire here. These both look like very sturdy beings. The king in this rather cold, feels a little austere, I must say, chair, and the tree. Okay, very strong, mighty beings. Even with his horns here. I don't know what that means in this book, but I'm not going to spend time pulling that energy out or, reading the book. With the lamps here, with the King of Wands lamp and the Hermit lamp, they're saying that this is very much a time for you to listen to your intuition, your higher guidance, okay? Because you're going to have, I'm hearing opportunities with the Seven of Cups here. Okay, they're showing me actually a few different things. For those of you who have clients, you're going to have a rush of clients come in within 3 to 4 months. So you have to get yourself good and ready for that. Because those of you who do work with clients, many of you are empaths, I'm hearing. And if you start working with people when you're not properly rooted, or if you're in a state of avoidance or in a cluttered state, then that will create I'm hearing dysfunction or a warpedness in your energetic field. And so undoubtedly that will create holes in your auric field and allow other people's energies to seep in. So your highest and best spirit guides are wanting you to get very clean, very clear, bare, okay? Bare bones. I'm hearing bare bones, okay? With regards to your environment, cleansing your body, getting very grounded and very rooted so you can get good and ready for this influx of energy with the Seven of Cups here. Okay. Now, what's interesting is that the Hermit card follows the Seven of Cups. So the guidance for this group is to balance time working with people and then working alone. So you might run classes or do retreats versus doing distant healings or one-on-ones. Okay, they're also saying that there's going to be times where you're just simply going to need to recharge your energy and you just may need to take a week off and you have to move out of poverty consciousness so that you do this. Many of you amazing, wonderful people gave me some guidance in the last reading about taking better care of myself. I might have mentioned that I've been burning out and your points have been well taken. I did set some boundaries and that's why I have some energy today to do this reading, but I have, in all honesty, not been taking very good care of myself and I have been teetering on burnout for a long time. Okay. So I think that I need to hear this message as well, but I just want to tell you guys, I really love you and your support means a great deal to me, more than I can say. So the Hermit following all of this clientele or all of this influx of work or, I'm hearing kinetic energy or movement, okay, motion that's going to happen in the next 3 to 4 months must be followed by more lighter, more focused kind of work where you're not expending, like they're giving me a 10 when it comes to these people where you're going to expending on a scale of 1 to 10 all of your energy, teaching, guiding, a lot of clients per week, a lot of videos you're putting out, whatever it might be that you're particularly doing, that has to be foiled by more one-on-one or distant sessions or passive income or rest. Okay. Whatever you deem necessary. And the last message that they're highlighting along with that latter message is we see the red here, the rooted energy, as well as the green and the blue, the heart energy and the energy of intuition. Okay, so again, you're not leaving behind the crown chakra, your connection with your guidance. You're just balancing it with the root by being in your heart. I've spoken about this ad nauseum, I know. The heart is the throughway station from the upper chakras to the lower, from the lower to the upper. So there's something about being mindful of being in your heart and not getting thrown up too much in the minds, monkey mind, worrying, etc. And they're clearing through my body as I'm saying that. So some healing and clearing needs to be done with the overthinking, the over worrying, okay? And centering more into the heart and more energy move downward. And they just want to have me end with a little exercise where you close your eyes and you put your feet firmly on the ground and you imagine fire. It starts with an ember and it starts to grow at the base of the spine. And you just see this sort of roaring energy at the base of your spine where you're opening up your root chakra little by little, starting with just an ember, just a little tiny, lit piece of, wood or something like this in a big fireplace. And it slowly starts to grow into a little flame and bigger and bigger and bigger. And every time you breathe in life force energy down into your root, giving that oxygen to the fire, and then breathing out smoke or breathing out all that doesn't serve you. Okay. A lot of cleansing and clearing needed for this group. Okay. That's a repeated message here for, that network of roots to really root in and create a foundation in your life so that it can be made manifest above ground in a way that is tangible, where you can point to it and say, oh, there's the funds, there are the clients, there is my abundance. Okay, my dear ones, I hope that message resonated for you. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. It does help my channel grow and it does support me emotionally to know that you like the video. And if nothing else, guys, I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 3. Thank you so much all for being here. This has been a very interesting experience so far. Really just connecting in with each of the groups and each of your highest and best spirit guides. They've been doing a wonderful job transmitting messages so far. I do not doubt they'll do the same here. We are asking for messages from your highest and best spirit guides today. They wanted to speak with you, so it's really an honor to connect in. I heard a song as I tuned into your energy. I heard you can't start a fire without a spark. This one's for higher. This one's for higher. Something about dancing in the dark. Someone please tell me the name of that song. You can't start a fire without a spark. Now it's interesting because pyrite comes from the word pyro or fire, which also came up in group number 1, interestingly enough. And you can actually start a fire or at least spark by rubbing 2 pyrite stones together. Let me just ask my guides and your guides, what is this about? So first they're showing me, similar to group number 1, that some of you might be, things might be heating up with somebody that you're dating, okay? Or you might have a spark with somebody new. We'll see if that comes up later. But this feels more like the stone's intention, which is about determination, will. I'm also hearing perseverance. So pyrite resonates with the solar plexus chakra, which is about one's own will to proceed in life, to move forward, okay? High determination energy. So there's guidance for this group to tune into that energy of will and determination. I'm hearing the word lackadaisical. I say this all with love and respect, okay? This is not coming from my own mind. Some of you might have been laying low a little bit, laying back a little bit. Maybe you've lost a bit of that inner spark, that intrinsic motivation we call in psychology, that innermost motivation to get up and get going. Maybe things have just not been feeling all that interesting lately. And even the pyrite is so beautiful and sparkly. I feel like it's trying to ask you to start sparkling again, to find that spark within so that you can sparkle from without. Yeah, I'm hearing, this group, you might resonate with the angelics because I feel the angelics around. I'm hearing that there's so much sparkle in this group that you guys just don't have any idea what you have to offer the world. And when you dim your light, they're showing me as if they're showing me an eclipse. They're showing me an eclipse. They're showing me as if a solar eclipse, as if the sun just got turned off and all of the world just went dark. I'm hearing the word light worker now. Okay. So I'm speaking to a group of highly lighted souls. And when you guys cannot find that determination, that will to live fully with full of life force energy and vitality, the dimmer switch goes way down on the planet. You don't realize how vibrant and also how important your energy is. So they're saying it's not so much that you need to do very much, but you need to bring your vibration up a bit. Okay, again, I say this with so much love and respect. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It's not your message, okay? If you're sparkling already and you've had that determination and will, that's great. Share it down below for those in group 3 that have felt like they've lost it, okay? So yeah. So you can't start a fire without a spark. So they're asking to just start that spark, and we'll do the heavy lifting, but you need to put a finger in. Okay? What about it? So they're telling me the pyrite is also known as fool's gold because it looks like gold, but I believe it's iron. That's why it becomes more yellow over time because what's the word? I can't remember this word. My mom used to use it when we were younger. We used to clean the silver in the house with silver polish. What is it called? Not rust. Anyway, you can't put pyrite in water for that reason. It will dull it. Okay. So yeah, there's something about that. Where you guys might feel like you're not worth very much, like you're a fool's gold, but they're saying you may not be gold, but you're some kind of special mineral or special specimen all your own that is, they're telling me, far superior to gold. So fool's gold is a joke unto itself because there's actually something even greater than gold that is held within the community of this group, the souls of this group. So there's a very clear message about not measuring yourself against others because you guys have your own yardstick, I'm hearing, your own measuring stick. So you only need to measure yourself against yourself because there's no one like you. I'm seeing the word shapeshifter for some reason. Some of you might change your energy to meet the people around you. And I'm hearing that while that's an amazing gift, some of you need to stay in your energy more and have things shift around you. Wow. What an interesting message. They're saying, let your magical abilities show up, mirror in your life rather than always jumping ahead to do the shape-shifting yourself. So it's almost as though you're It's like you're taking a drop of water from your body, from your energy signature, and you're putting it in the soil outside of you, and then you're watching that shift and move. It's not about growth per se. It's about not rushing to fix, to shift, to move things, to shift yourself or to move things within yourself to make things happen. It's almost like they're saying, wait for things to shift around you. And they're giving me this anecdote that, I don't know, maybe I've told on this channel once before. I don't really remember. But when I was leaving my hometown of New York, as I say, very sadly, I went to Central Park to a tree that was like my best friend. I hope that nobody laughs at that, but yeah. He was this amazing tree that I would go to every day. And I went to say goodbye to him, and I heard him so loud in my head, like I'd never heard him before. And he said my name, and he said, I'll just say Merkaba, even though it's not my name, but he said, Merkaba, do you see how I never reached for you? I didn't come out of the ground and walk over to you. You just came to me. I didn't have to do anything. You were just attracted to me. I didn't have to do anything. And he said, please hearken, right? This call, this advice. Stop reaching so much, right? To other people, to do, to fix, stop doing so much and moving so much and changing your energy to make other people feel comfortable. Let people come to you. Let animals come to you. Let energy show up for you. Let things move around you and fall into place around you without you doing anything, just by letting your light shine. So there's a message for this group about being mindful of your energy in this way, where you're not so outward, pushing your energy outward, but sort of being in your own high vibrational energy, having that spark that will become more ignited, I'm hearing. Okay, it's like you're putting the key in the ignition and you're revving your engine, but you don't need to go anywhere. It's like everyone's just going to hear that engine, right? And they're going to come, or things are going to move around you as you just raise your vibration. I feel like I've muddied the message. Sometimes when I'm channeling, it's hard to know if I've just spoken in a linear way, but I hope that this makes sense, just to be mindful of where you might have burnt out, because I recently mentioned that I felt burnt out, where, that ember in the fireplace really went out for you and you're just like, enough, I can't. And that might be because you have been doing too much to mold yourself to others or to reach for other people when they were not reaching out to you. And sometimes we just have to learn our place, our space. And also they're saying our value in the not doing, that we send out healing energy, loving light, just by being in the world. As long as your solar plexus is open and alive, your will, your I am consciousness is awake and alive, you are actually doing something of service to the world. Obviously, the other chakras are as important, but you know what I mean. Because the pyrite resonates with the solar plexus. They're highlighting that for this group. And they're also giving me some energy about the stomach here. So this group particularly needs to take care of their stomach. I'm seeing gut flora, so it could be beneficial to start taking in some probiotics like kimchi, pickled vegetables, kefir, and maybe just probiotic supplements, but consult with your doctor first, please. Okay, so with that being said, let's turn over your significator card. Oh, wow. And so interesting. This is very interesting for me because I didn't see any of these cards. I didn't see them days ago. I pulled them on camera, and it's nice to sort of get an immediate hit from the card having not seen it. So I don't know if you can see, it says rooted in courage, find strength in challenges like deep roots standing firm in the storm. You know, it's interesting because they were tuning me into some kind of storm, difficulty, grief, burnout. Like they said, that ember burned out. And it's interesting that we have rain here that literally would put out fire, right? They're also saying that denotes tears for some people. Recently, I've cried a whole bunch. I don't know if any of you guys have. I felt like I was purging something. What happened with that cat, Smokey, for those of you who know, a cat I was taking care of went missing. I haven't sobbed like that in ages. And I feel like there's something happening right now in the collective where old pains had to be purged. And I had to really look at, was it just that I missed her? Was it just that I was worried about her? Or why was I so worried? I realized that it was resonating with a deep inner child wound for me about what happened to her. And I had to work through that. And I'm still working through it, to be honest, okay? But there's something with this group, especially with the word courage here, again, resonating strongly with the solar plexus chakra, okay? That whatever you're going through right now, you have so much courage, and I'm hearing the word bravery, and they're showing me a lion now as my Simba is waking up on her windowsill there. My little lion is waking up on her windowsill, that you guys are about to come back to life, okay? But you need to give permission to your highest and best spirit guides to lend you a hand here. Because some of you, it does feel like you're drenched in rain and you're having a hard time getting your fire, your will, your determination to move forward, sort of back. I don't know what the words are, to get that spark back, okay? Find strength in challenges like deep roots standing firm in the storm. Interestingly, group number 2 also got a tree with roots, but it was the card of growth, okay? So you're all connected in different ways. You all might resonate with the idea of creating a stronger foundation within the self. And it's very interesting, right? They asked me to tell that anecdote about that tree in Central Park. I just realized that. How beautiful is that? So there's beautiful support from your highest and best spirit guides today, that they've really got your back. And that they see that you've been struggling. They see that you've been expending maybe a little too much energy in places and spaces that maybe didn't appreciate you, or maybe where you weren't needed as much as you thought. And you had to pull back and realize sometimes you need to look before you leap. Okay, that's a real Aries trait, to be impetuous. So maybe with Aries season now, we all need to look before we leap. Sometimes we need to wait for people to ask for help before we lend a hand. They just put that sentence directly in my mouth. Okay. What tarot deck do you want me to use? The dragons. Okay. We're going to use the dragon deck. Okay. So the highest and best spirit guides of group number 3. What else would you like to tell my group number 3s today? 3 to 4 cards, please. Thank you. What do you want them to know? What do you want them to know? Please and thank you. I see. Okay, they just said there's a card peeking out. Let me just check my camera. Okay. And they said that someone here is peeking out. So I'm hearing that someone or someones in this message you're starting to perk up. So they're giving you a thumbs up. If you're starting to perk up, maybe you were leaning back and you were like, oh, and you were listening to the message like, oh my God, that's me. That's me. Somebody just started to perk up, and they just said, notice that you did that. You just by sitting up more straight, your energy just perked up. Okay. So they just said that with the card peeking out. Oh, someone's peeking out, right? Like their energy is starting to come back online. Love that. Tell me if that's you in the comments, please. Highest and best spirit guides of group number 3. What do you want them to know today? Please and thank you. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. I just flipped that over. Okay, hold on. What else do you want them to know? Group number 3. What else do you want them to know? Okay. Interesting. So with this card that peeked out, they said, but it's still hidden. So your energy is still decidedly pulled inward, which is okay, but just be aware of it. All throughout the readings, there is something about everyone in this community being aware of where your energy lies at different parts of the day. Is it pulled inward? Is it out? Is it out of balance? Is it resonant with different moon cycles? I'm doing this reading around the full moon in Libra. Okay, so there's something about that, right? Because they started with this energy of outward, of you shape-shifting to meet other people's needs, a lot of looking outside yourself. Who needs me? What? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And not paying enough attention to you. And then with this card peeking out that didn't show itself, there's this energy right now where some of you are a little bit more curious about what you feel, what you need. Energy pulled in a little bit more. And interesting, without knowing what that card is, we have 9 of Pentacles, which is all about you. It's the card of independence, the card of beauty, of abundance, of self. Okay, interesting that that's the center card. They want me to pull one more card though. Okay, last card for group number 3. Okay, that just flew out. Oh my God, look at that. We have the 9 of Wands. Talk about fire energy. Okay. Let me just take a moment, you guys, 1 second. Okay, so very interesting. I had to say, because the dragon deck, the images are very different than the traditional Smith, Rider-Waite or Smith-Waite. I noticed first that there are 2 9s here, 9-9. What does that mean, spirit guides? Okay, so first of all, the number 9 just being a number of completion, okay? We're not at the 10, okay? We're just on the precipice of closing something out. And I think that's what they were highlighting with the pyrite and also the rooted in courage, is that you're just sort of exiting a cycle in your life of what feels like angst, difficulty, even with the 9 of Wands here, right? It's this feeling of having been through the fire, going through the eye of the storm, as it were, and just about to come out. Oh, they're telling me to look on the bottom of the deck for the overarching energy. Oh, we have the Queen of Wands, okay? That's lovely. That's lovely, right? Because you move out of this energy of, really having to fight, really needing to, fight is not the right word, really needing to guard your own energy, I'm hearing, okay, through whatever it is that you've been going through. And with the Queen of Wands, there's a real ownership of your energy at the end of this, okay? And that's in alignment with the 9 of Pentacles as well. The number 99 might show up somewhere. 99 showed up quite a bit in my life over the course of my life. And I didn't understand what it meant until it really showed up dramatically again and again and again. So let me know if you see the number 9 or the number 99. But there's definitely this sense of you've been through a lot. It has involved quite a lot of people. And now you're being asked to really pay more attention to yourself. Okay. But with rooted in courage and the 9 of Wands, I do get the sense that a lot of you are going through a period where courage is required of you. But the end of this cycle is the Queen of Wands, or the overarching energy of this cycle is the Queen of Wands, where you will reconnect with your personal energy signature once more. And it might be quite different from what you've been experiencing as of recent. Now we have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, wow. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, so they're showing this to me as 2 different messages, although connected. So with the Page of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, they're saying that this group is they're giving me the word sort of burgeoning or nascent or just beginning to bloom. They're just beginning to create space within which they can exist independent from others. Okay, this is how they're showing that to me. you're just beginning to make sense of what is mine versus what is others. And with the page, and they mentioned that inner child energy before with that anecdote, some of you are really beginning to heal some childhood wound that is now allowing you to be fully free and disconnected from, you know, people and situations that really held you back in this life. And I love that we have pentacles here with that fool's gold, right? Really denoting again that you guys are, you know, a step above gold, okay? And your energy is very much needed here. But you're really learning how to be in your own energy more. And similarly with the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Wands, we see this blue and red energy, okay? Again, the blue being that rain, right? That rain that was putting out the fire. And they're saying that was necessary to put out that fire, okay? That rain needed to put out that fire because that fire was burning bright for other people and other situations where you were giving too much of your fire away, too much of your energy away. So it's almost like something needed to be purged. Why? Because you're being asked now to pour into yourself with the Ace of Cups, to start a new cycle. So it's not just the Knight of Cups, or the Queen of Cups, or the Page of Cups even, but it's the Ace of Cups. So it's a new cycle of pouring into yourself after a period of really giving a lot of your energy away to others. So while you will always be energetically sensitive beings, you might be empaths, you might really be those who reach for others, and that's okay from time to time. But the overall message here today is it's time to really figure out what is yours versus what is others. Really become more discerning where you give your energy away, and to pour a bit more into yourself until the point where you know your energy so well so that your field is not muddied with other people's energies. Your field is not muddied with martyrdom, I'm hearing, where you feel like you have to go save people or save others. And you come more into your very high vibrational, beautiful energy, whatever that step above gold might be in the cosmos, okay? They're just showing me some kind of sparkly mineral here that you resonate with. Again, it feels very angelic. Where you reconnect in with your energy signature and you start to recognize your truest value, how much you are worth. Okay, my dear group number 3s, that's your message for today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It was such a pleasure reading for you guys. And if nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care.